Hello, welcome to Fantasy Smack Talk. I'm Dustin. I'm sitting here with Nameco. We got some injury stuff, we got some suspension stuff we want to go over. We're going to start with the injuries first. And Michael Redd, Blake Griffin, both out for the year. Sorry for all you owners out there. Go ahead and drop those guys. Get someone else on your team for now. And we got two other guys we want to talk about, and that's Anthony Randolph and Gilbert Arenas. What do you do with them right now?
I'm going to touch base about Randolph. Out in Golden State, he's expected to make, and at this point we're saying drop him. Cut ties. He's probably one of the biggest busts, actually, just due to a lot of inconsistent minutes. Nelly's been killing people, and if he's going to be out almost 2 months, there's no reason to hold on to him. If you're in first place and you really want to, maybe go ahead, but there's just too much going on with him. Cut ties, get him out of there. All right, Dustin, and with regards to Gilbert, Serrano50 actually posted a question in the forums and wants to know a couple things. First, he owns Gilbert. Should he drop him? Then he also owns 3 sons. He owns Grant Hill, Stoudemire, Channing Frye. He's kind of concerned having 3 sons. Should he drop one of them? And the people that are available is, he said, basically everyone in last week's waiver wire show.
Well, we're going to start with Gilbert Arenas, and unfortunately it looks like he's done for the year. The Wizards are just ready to get...
It kills me that due to Gilbert, they'll never be called the Bullets again. It's over.
He didn't have much of a chance anyway.
Even the glimmer's gone. Never again.
The Wizards are done with Gilbert Arenas. It looks like they want to avoid his contract, so that is not a good sign. We expect him to probably miss the rest of the season. Go ahead and get Gilbert off your team, and if you said almost all the guys are available from last week's waiver wire show, that means guys like Nate Robinson, Lou Williams, Kmart, and Yee are all available. All these guys have a lot of upside. Go ahead and drop Gil. Pick up one of those 4 guys. As far as having the 3 sons, you do want to try to avoid that if you can, and in this case I think you can. Go ahead and drop Grant Hill. He has a limited upside. All 4 of those other guys, like I mentioned, have a bigger upside than Grant Hill. Go ahead and get Grant Hill off your team. Alright, let's get into the waiver wire, and let's start with the must-adds and Nate Robinson. Why is he still only owned in 55% of leagues? I don't get it. He's starting to play more minutes out there with the Knicks, but if you're at all thinking about picking him up, look at how he ended last year. The guy was playing amazing. There's still a chance the Knicks might give him some more minutes, but there's also still a very good chance he gets traded and gets those minutes. Pick him up now, or else you're gonna regret it at some point. Next, Samuel Dalembert, owned in 70% of leagues. In the last 3 games, he's averaging 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 blocks. He's healthy, playing amazing. If you at all need a center, blocks, or rebounds, look at Dalembert if he's available.
The next guy we're going to talk about is Kenyon Martin. We spoke about him last week. He's only owned in 70% of leagues, so go pick him up. He's a solid fantasy player. Good source of points, rebounds, field goal percentage, block and a half, and a steal and a half a game. Go grab him. And last is Randy Foye. He's filling in at point guard, where Gilbert Arenas is obviously not playing right now. He's been getting a lot of points, decent assist numbers. His only downfall is his shooting percentage is not that great. Alright, let's talk about some guys you should be looking to possibly add in deeper leagues. We're going to start with Hakeem Warwick. We've always said if he gets minutes, he's very fantasy relevant. With Michael Redd out, he's played over 30 minutes in 4 out of the last 5 games. Next we have JJ Redick, owned in 25% of leagues. With Vince Carter out, he's playing a lot more minutes, and obviously he's going to be a good source of 3s for your team. And last that I have on my list is Flip Murray, owned in 10% of leagues. He's on one of his standard hot streaks right now, scoring a ton. You might want to grab him, ride him out, see how long this hot streak can continue.
Moving on, we got Anderson Varejao, owned in 60% of leagues right now. He's always a streaky fantasy player, but Moon is out right now with Cleveland, giving Varejao a few more minutes. He's been playing really well the last few games. Moon's going to be out for 2 more weeks, so look for Varejao to take full advantage of that. Next, we got 2 Indiana Pacers. We got Earl Watson and AJ Price. Right now, Watson's the starting point guard, and we do think he's a good source of assists right now. But we think over time, Watson's going to lose some minutes to Price. And as of right now, Watson and Luther Head are starting at point guard and shooting guard for the Pacers. But AJ Price has slowly been creeping in on getting some more minutes. We think it's only a matter of time before they start looking for their young guys to produce, since they're out of the playoff race almost already. So look for Price to start getting starter minutes and maybe even get into the starting lineup and be a very relevant fantasy player in the very near future. That's it for this week's show. Don't forget to get into our forums, ask any questions you might have. I'm Dustin, this is Brent. We'll see you next week.